Hi there, Dr. Brian here. How do you know if your key symptom is actually related to the cause? So is the site of the pain or discomfort the cause of the pain, or is it actually a referral from somewhere else or some sort of structural compensation? It's quite a difficult question to answer just on the face of it, and I believe it often confuses a lot of practitioners. So quite commonly, if you go in with a sore neck, you would most likely, if you went to see your GP physician, they may or may not do any testing in the room. They'd ask you a few questions, and they would most likely order some sort of imaging of the neck, a CT scan say. So basically, say 15, 20 x-rays. It's like a bacon slicer. Take lots of pictures, and when you look at them you get to see the neck as if you've put it on a bacon slicer, and you get to see what's happening potentially inside the joints. And then we point at the bit that says, look, there's pressure here, there's your problem. Then you may get all sorts of intervention options. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Now, it's a very interesting concept because quite often in all sorts of systems, where the problem occurs is actually nowhere where the cause is. And so one of the tricks when you're doing good work is you actually look at the whole body from the foot to the top of the head, and actually you discover that the neck is often got a number of issues, and there can be a change in the neck, like a degenerative change, so the joints aren't healthy, they're aging faster than the rest of the body. That's not actually the real cause. It means that the neck doesn't adapt to a change in posture or a change in load, but it's actually not the real answer. It's a bit like buying new tyres for the car but not doing a wheel alignment, so you keep having to buy new tyres. But if you did a wheel alignment, you may find that the tyres you've got will last much longer, and certainly new tyres will really last a long time. So when we look at the body, we're looking at it as a whole. We're looking at where the loads and the vectors are focused, and often when we look at it and do some x-rays from the side and measure the curves and look at the body, we'll often discover that there's actually a focus of load in one area because the vectors are no longer correct, the curves are incorrect, and that's creating an overload. Commonly not something that people other than a chiropractor would look at, because that's one of the things we study. So because the body is a piece of magnificent organic engineering moving in space, held up by the muscular system, moved by the muscular system, held up by the structural system, directed by the nervous system, it's actually layer upon layer upon layer. So it's a bit like a very good piece of phyllo pastry. Roll and fold and roll and fold again. Don't forget the butter. My head's a little weird, but it's a very good head. So understanding how the body works, understanding its layeredness, understanding all the interconnectedness, the relationship of organs and feedback loops, and how that can actually cause often weird and persistent problems is what we're particularly good at. And to help you understand you, giving you an information course that we're making available, and you'll have to buy it, an information course that would actually help you understand better how the body works, actually is a really cool idea. Because once you're armed with the right sort of information, you can make the right choices. And that's my goal. My goal is that you are better informed to know where to go. If you're close to where we are, in Western Sydney, Blue Mountains, Parramatta area, you can come and see us, and we're really good. But if you're somewhere on the other side of the earth, it's a long way. We'd love to see you. But you could go to a local chiropractor and ask a few questions and understand better what they're telling you. So there will be a link under here that you can click on and go to the Decode Your Body site, where you can get some information. There's a free report on the relationship of posture and the effects, particularly neck posture. It's quite surprising. People other than chiropractors discovered there was a huge, significant deficit, bad digestion, not coping on your own, elderly people having a significant drop in independent living when their neck curve is poor. Really interesting stuff, but very significant. So have a look at it. Start today, so you're independent living when you're old. Not young like me, but really old. Okay. It's lovely to speak to you on Wednesday, and we'll talk again soon. Okay, all the best. Bye.